Obviously, not the result you were hoping for against the Bills, John. What did you see in a tough loss last week?
Well, we didn't answer the bell in the second half. I think that obviously the Bills are a very good football team, young, playing with a lot of confidence, a lot of momentum, and they made some big plays in the second half, and we didn't answer the bell, which was disappointing. Even though, the first half we didn't play great, but we hung in there, got a turnover, and got a score out of it. So, we hung in there that first half. Just disappointed the fact that we didn't compete better in the second half.
Does it feel like injuries? I mean, have you ever seen a season like this where it's just attacking one position group like the secondary?
No, I haven't. But Phil, it is what it is. I think that there's not a lot of excuses, and people still expect, no matter what happens, people and our fans expect us to figure out ways to win. And we haven't been able to do that. We have had a lot of injuries, but then again, we have to figure out ways to win. So we're down to two cornerbacks against Buffalo, and once OJ got kicked out of the game, so they hung in there, played hard, but just wasn't enough.
Yesterday, on the bright side, the Pro Bowl voting was announced, and Bradley Chubb, Justin Simmons, both heading to their first Pro Bowls. What have you thought about their seasons?
Well, they both played. They've had great years. I think that they work hard. They're the type of guys we want on this football team. Bradley has done a hell of a job, and pressure-wise, he's just always there. I think when you look at Bradley, you don't see it doesn't stand out to the average eye of what people look at. But when you look at the number of pressures and what he does to an offense and how much attention they have to pay to him, he's done a tremendous job. And then Justin's obviously done a great job in the secondary and been the captain back there directing traffic. And I think he had 3 or 4 interceptions. And so, Justin's also had a good year too.
Yesterday, we heard Vic Fangio say that he's hoping for winning football these final 2 games. Is that the same with you? What are you hoping to see these last 2 games?
Well, I mean, I think anytime you step on a football game, you want to compete, try to win football games. And so hopefully we can do that. I think with the youth on our football team, and it's a chance for those guys to continue to get more experience, because every snap is going to help them and help us going into next year. And so I think we got to take advantage of that, get them the playing time, make sure that they're focused on what they're doing to be able to get better too, because we do have a lot of youth, especially on the offensive side. So, and with Drew's got to continue to use these times as a valuable experience going into next year, and the different coverages and different looks he's getting to be able to come back and hopefully work on some consistency. I think he showed that, there's some bright spots there, and he's done a heck of a job in a lot of situations, but to be good and be great in this league, you got to be play with consistency and eliminate the mistakes. And so, that's what we'll look for out of Drew, is hopefully eliminate some of those mistakes and keep showing us the things that he can do.
He hasn't thrown an interception in a couple of weeks. Have you seen him sort of start to change his style of play a little bit?
Yeah, I think we've seen it. I think he's been, he's gone through his reads better and done some things off and continued to use the experience to get better. So, obviously the inconsistency that comes with being young, especially if you're young, if you got young guys around you like him, like we do, that it seems like when they all don't play well, they do it together. And so, again, we just got to work on the consistency. And I think that, Drew's had, an up and down year, but, we still like what we see in him and still think that he's got a chance to be a very good quarterback in this league.
When you're ready to buy a house, a mortgage from U.S. Bank could help make it possible. And we'll be with you every step of the way. See about pre-qualifying today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
At the college level, John, we're heading into the bowl season. Normally, you and your team are heading out, checking out different games here and there. How has that changed this season?
Well, obviously, we haven't been able to get out on the road and look at guys play live just because of the pandemic. And so, but, we've still got tape in here. We still have some guys that, opted out in college football that we were looking at too. So we're still kind of on the fence as far as waiting to see which guys are going to be available for the draft and which guys are not, which comes out usually in the middle of January. So we'll continue to do our work on the guys that we think are coming out, and then adjust once we figure out who is.
And the last one for you, John, Christmas coming up on Friday. Do you have a favorite holiday tradition at the Elway household?
Well, the old Irish coffee was going way back to my grandparents. So we usually have some Irish coffees, which is always nice. That was a favorite of my dad's. But I think, I've got 2 of my kids in town, 2 are out of town. So at least I get half my family over on Christmas to be able to spend some time with them.
Grandkids excited about Santa?
Oh, yeah. Grandkids, yeah. Grandkids they think Santa's the best dude on the earth because they keeps coming in. We used to have to wait to open our presents. For some reason, all the grandkids, as soon as they come to the front door, they're opening them a little early.
A little different these days, yeah.
It is, because it says Amazon on it. So they figure they can open it now.
Yeah, exactly. Amazon is Santa nowadays. John,
Yeah.
thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
You got it, Phil. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.